Welcome, everybody. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Gainesville Tuesday meeting at the Cade Museum. If you're watching on YouTube, register your attendance by sending an email to info@rotarygainesville.org. Today, we have a treat. We got Pete Enwall back with us. It's been a while since we've seen his beautiful face. He's going to sing a song and do the pledge.
But first, when I was about 10 or 11, I guess, my folks and I went to the beach for a holiday, and we went to Daytona. And so there I was out there body surfing and stuff, and my folks said, we're going to go for a walk. So they took off, and so I was still body surfing. I got out, and I didn't see him. So I looked around. I couldn't see him anywhere. So I went up to a police officer, and I said, would you help me find my parents? Can you hear me okay? Would you help me find my parents? And so we started walking around, and I finally looked at him. I said, do you think we'll ever find them? He said, well, I don't know. There's a lot of good places to hide around here. We're going to sing God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Join me in pledging allegiance to our flag. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We do have birthdays today, but I didn't look it up on DAC-DB, so I need like 30 seconds. So in the meantime, would Ernie Hall please come and lead us in the prayer?
Well, since Pete already gave you a joke, I won't give you any jokes this morning. We're just going to go right into prayer. Father, we come before your throne of grace seeking your continued blessing on this club and its members. We thank you for this beautiful day and the beauty of your creation. Help us as Rotarians to strive always to make our community the very best it can be. Bless our meeting today and bless the food that we've shared together. Guide us this day, we pray, in your name. Amen.
All right, please be seated. But Gordon, we need you in a minute for happy birthday. We got October birthdays. If you have your dollar, bring it up to me or to John. We've got Dana Nemenyi. I'm so sorry, Dana, I don't know how to say your last name. Davis Rembert, Asher Lozano, Paul Clayton, Cheryl Scott, Thomas Cousins, Martin Meisner, Catherine Pierce, Brian Kramer, David Nicholson, David Chadwick, Virginia Grant, Matthew Marino, Rogers Bartley, E. Hutto, Carlos Maiztu, Peter Enwall. All right, Pete. Brett Saunders, James Henderson, Brandon Morris, Harry Daughtry, busy month, Guillermo Diaz, John Pastor, Michelle Farkas, and Toby Monaco. Happy birthday. Pete, would you come back up and help us sing? Sure. I got to give this to John. All right, happy birthday. Ready, Gordon? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarian. Happy birthday to... We both did the harmony. Great minds, right?
And many more.
All right, if you have a guest or a visiting Rotarian, please stand up, and the microphone will make its way around. Brendan, do you have the mic? Yeah, Brendan has the mic.
Okay, everybody hear me? Okay. I just met Darwin earlier today, but Darwin Rojas is the son of a past president of Sarasota's chapter, and he's in school here at UF, and he's going to go to business school and then be a lawyer. Please welcome Darwin.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. I'm Dana Anemone, and this is Alessandro. I met him Friday night at a reception for Greater Gainesville, and he is with the Rotary Club, so please make him feel welcome.
Well, officially, good day, fellow Rotarians. You know this ugly face already, Ernie Hall. I brought with me a guest, Ralph Chamberlain. Ralph is the newest member of our advisory board, and his wife is part of the downtown club, who, for the first time in many years, they're going to actually ring bells this year. And I will tell you, they're already challenging this club to see who can raise the most money. So that's a challenge.
Good afternoon, everybody. Dalton Baker here. Just wanted to introduce my friend and colleague, Tom Seymour. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. I'm John Thomas. I just want to introduce my guest, Jamie Harvey. Jamie works in governmental and community relations with UF.
All right, we've got some announcements. Dwight, Jay, and Rebecca.
Good afternoon, everybody. Here we go. Seafood Spectacular tickets, 5 for $2.50. All right, what a deal. Okay, get your tickets over here from Wes, and or you can get them online. But we prefer if you can buy them here, it'd be great. Then we don't have to mail them to you. So don't forget, Seafood Spectacular is November 6th, first Thursday in November. We're really excited about it, and I want to give a plug to Eastside Culinary. Eastside High School Culinary. They've prepared our lunch today, and they're also going to be, like they do every year, preparing the food at the Seafood Spectacular. They have a veggie shack out there and do some delicious things. Chef Pam, amazing. The students do an amazing job, so you got to come out and support them, okay? Again, 5 for $2.50, and again, the last thing is, the cleanup day will be November 1st. We'd love to have some Rotaract members out there, young guys, to get on the roofs and blow off the leaves and do all that fun stuff. So thank you.
Thank you, Dwight. Now we have an announcement from Jay about the Ethics in Business Award.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ethics in business. Now, we all know a bunch of businesses out there, and want to encourage you to nominate them for the Ethics in Business Award. The nominations are due by November the 7th, so think about your network. Think about who's out there that we could recognize as a club for that award. And when you're thinking about it, you know, look at the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? So that's the four-way test we're going to apply to the businesses that we're looking at. Anyways, please, we need nominations, and we want to recognize an ethical business. So please reach out within your networks, and look forward to your nominations. Thank you.
We have a very exciting social coming this month, and Rebecca's going to tell us all about it. So, Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. So a special presentation coming up on October 21st by the Chief Curator from the Horn, Dulce Roman, will provide some highlights on the current exhibition, French Modernism, Monet to Matisse, which is kind of a blockbuster, beautiful show. And then the social will be on Thursday night, October 30th at the Horn, limit of 30 people. So when the Evite goes out this week, if you want to go, hurry up and sign up, because the other clubs will be invited as well, and we might reach the 30 limit, and then you might not be able to come. So it should start around 5:30. There's free wine and refreshments, and Dulce will be there to show you a few more highlights of the exhibit. So don't forget.
All right. Now back, despite popular demand, is John Gregory with a poem.
This poem is called Bravely Unknown. The saloon keeper isn't ready. The brave is still steady. With bear behind him, others fear limb to limb. I can explain. Bear with me. The pilgrim was surely in shape. With Indians, his life he would scrape. When he was shot at, the real reason was that he just had an arrow escape. Indians get fresh meat in a way that seems mighty straight, some folks say. They watch the sky because where buzzards fly, they know it's a dead giveaway. The colonists were crying over Chief's shortcake. He had died and his wife would certainly ache. They went out on a limb, offered to bury him. No, said his wife, squawberry shortcake. Have a nice day.
All right. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our president, who's got a fantastic haircut today, John Thomas.
Thank you, Eric, for that introduction. I appreciate your liking my coif or whatever that was. But good afternoon, Rotarians. I'm John Thomas, your president, and I am super excited to be here today with you. We have reached that part of the year where we have lots of great things to do. Just a quick reminder, next week we'll be meeting at the Blunt Center, and so I put these on everybody's table. These are directions to the actual facility, where to park. I'll be emailing that out to everybody as well, so there's no confusion there. We have a couple of lots of volunteering activities available coming up to us. Next week on Wednesday, we'll be cooking dinner at the Ronald McDonald House. You should have seen an email about that last night. We've got the car show coming up, I believe, on the 24th of October, as well as a backpack kit for kids program, filling backpacks on November 15th. So lots to do, lots more. We should should see a lot more coming out in the email, as well as being posted on our website and DACDB. And Randy, if you would like to come up and introduce our speaker, that'd be great.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. It's my honor to introduce two guests today. Two hippodromers. If a person's involved with the hippodrome, they have to be a hippodromer, right? So, Nell Page, please stand. Nell Page is a longtime member, although she started in elementary school, I think. Great actress at the Hippodrome. Thank you for coming, Nell. And to introduce Haile Evans to us is kind of redundant because we all know him as the conductor of the Gainesville Orchestra, but you may not know that he has a tremendous background and current activity in theater production and direction. So I won't take any more of his time so he can tell you about the new things that's happening at our beautiful Hippodrome. Haile Evans.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm Evans Haile, and I do have to ask a basic question. I'm going to throw this over here. So, is there anybody here who has not been to the Hippodrome Theater? Is there any? Oh, I'm glad. I always look to have a convert. But more importantly, is there anybody here who does not know the Hippodrome building? How can you not live in this town and not know the Hippodrome building? Every picture of the county, of the region, of Gainesville features the Hippodrome Theater. It is one of the icons of the area. What a lot of people may not realize quite so much is all the stuff that goes on. I'm sorry, I'm messing up your camera work, but I am going to walk in. So, but one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is all the exciting stuff that goes on inside the Hippodrome. The Hippodrome is a true arts destination. No matter what your taste, no matter what you like, it is a true oasis that carries everything from a major cinema. If you come to the cinema at the Hippodrome, You're able to see films you're not going to see at Butler Plaza or Celebration Point. Wonderful movie theaters, don't get me wrong, I love them. My sister and I actually slip in with a little flask when we go. But you're able to see great things. Like, for instance, this September, we just did a whole celebration of Alfred Hitchcock at the Hippodrome. We had 7 classic Hitchcock films at the Hippodrome, along with what was going on the main stage, which was a Hitchcock revisal of his 39 Steps movie on stage. 4 actors playing 150 parts. And true virtuosity on the stage. The same people who were starred in that production of 39 Steps on Broadway and in the national tour. Because we are proud at the Hippodrome that we're bringing you some of the best quality in terms of artistic production and physical production that you're going to see in the area, because we are a major leading professional equity theater. And the only one within this whole North region, if I'm not mistaken. Nell knows better than I do. We also have an amazing art gallery that shows great curated artists. Frankly, if on any given night you're downtown, you want to come in and just kind of get a cocktail at the bar and then go to the art gallery, it's a great way of meeting up folks before you go to dinner downtown. There's some wonderful restaurants downtown if you haven't been lately. And then we also have a downstairs party room. If you have a great event, I don't know if people have used it in other paths around here, but it's a great way of having a social occasion. More importantly than all of that, though, and we're so excited about all the things we do, and I'm going to talk to you more about that in a second, is the fact that a lot of people don't realize we have a very important community and outreach education program at the Hippodrome. During the summers, you'd be surprised at how many kids come through and are taught theater craft, not because they're going to be actors, not because we're trying to turn them into, actors or whatever. It's because through that sort of summer experience, they learn socialization. They learn taking on other jobs. They learn how to work together. They learn how to listen to each other. What a concept. It's great life learning tools, and we have a wonderful person, my partner in crime over there, Gabrielle Byam, who's our managing director. She runs that program. And it is amazing to meet people who've been through that program over the years. The Hippodrome is a true destination. And I've been brought on to take a look at the Hippodrome and see what can we do to make sure that everybody in this community is engaged with us. And we've looked at the programming, we've looked at some of the things that we can do downtown, we've looked at safety issues, I've talked to people, and I just want to let you know, if you talk to people and they say, well, I feel a little iffy about going downtown. Let me tell you, number one, parking on the weekends is where you can find it. We know that during the weeknights there are some issues. I will let you all discuss that amongst yourselves. But within that, we also have the ambassadors program. And if you know anybody who says, I don't know if I feel comfortable coming downtown, we have a number that we give out to anybody who comes to the Hippodrome, that if you park your car wherever it is and you want someone to help walk you to the Hippodrome, they will come and do it. We're also, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you've been downtown at night, we've relit the whole building. There's lighting all around the building. We've really tried to make the place a place that you want to come to and see what's going on. I've even added a bar on the second floor. Yes, I know. So you do not have to go downstairs at intermission. And you do not have to stumble back up the stairs. Most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, our elevator, our 1911 elevator, is working again, ladies and gentlemen. That elevator will zip you up and it'll zip you down. It is such a smooth ride now. I've had people come just because they want to ride the elevator. It is, listen, it's our own little bit of Universal Disney here in Gainesville. But you come and, it really is. It's a great ride. We have dedicated people who will man it. We do not expect you to have to turn the twist dials and everything. But it's a great, it's a great experience. And you're in this iconic building. And so I do want to tell you some of the things we're doing. Because one of my goals has been to offer as much diversity, as much fun, as much variety in the programming, so that there really is something for everybody, whether it is in the cinema, whether it is in the gallery, whether it is downstairs in the party room. In the show, we just finished the 39 Steps. Like I said, Hitchcockian festival, 4 actors playing 150 roles. But now, starting next week, and I know this show was written before any of you were born, but even with that, I know that many of you have your costumes still in the attic, and we opened the Rocky Horror Show live on stage at the Hippodrome. Yes. And I know that there's like, oh, I don't know about it. It's like, yeah, I know. You were at the Waverly back when you were a teenager seeing the show. And this is live on stage with a live band. Thomas Sanders, Mr. Vine, Mr. 10.5 million fans, is starring as Frankenfurter. We've got a great band that's going to be playing, and it's not a shadow cast. It is live on stage. That's happening. Then after that, our traditional production of A Christmas Carol, where we have kids from all around the area in the show, 28 kids, I think it is. Greg Jones, who's been a mainstay of the Hippodrome for many years, is directing. He's starring in it as well. In January, the end of January, 2 of the most romantic songwriters ever for America. Your parents sang their songs, you sang their songs, your kids sing their songs, your grandkids sing their songs, and that's a celebration of Rodgers and Hammerstein. I'm throwing myself on one of the pianos. There'll be a 2-piano festival that night with a great cast. Then after that, a true edge-of-your-seat thriller by Rupert Holmes called Accomplice. Rupert Holmes wrote The Mystery of Edwin Drood on Broadway. He wrote Curtains on Broadway. He wrote the most recent production of Pirates on Broadway, but you all know him because he wrote the Pina Colada song. So, a wonderful writer, wonderful author, and this is a true, you'll never guess what's going on until the very end. I can almost guarantee you that unless you've seen the play. And then ending the season, we have one of the greatest rock and roll shows, one of the most requested rock and roll shows as well. Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Elvis Presley, all on stage. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, live on our stage in $1 Million Quartet. It is a blast of a show, and you can get tickets. We have all sorts of ways of participating with what we do. You can get a Flex Pass, which means you can buy a set of tickets for 1 show or a set of tickets for 5 shows. It's a great way of, by the way, holidays, great way of getting gifts for your loved ones, etc. The point of all of this spiel is that the Hippodrome is here as part of the fabric of the community. We are here to be part of the community and to be a destination. We are here to live up to that iconic building that stands outside. We are here to make sure that when you come, you have some fun. You are entertained. You might see something you never thought you'd see before on stage. Rocky Horror. You might come and get introduced to an actor that you never knew or that you had seen on television or that you said, oh, I've always wanted to meet Thomas Sanders. Whatever. We want it to be a place that, as I said, lives up to being right downtown, to being a symbol of this community. And by doing so, we are part of the community, both in our education, outreach, etc. It's all these things that the Hippodrome does because you are one of the most important parts of it. Without you all as a community, the Hippodrome might not as well exist. You know, it is your support that makes it happen. It's your support that we listen to. As I said, when I was first asked about coming on and doing some work with the Hippodrome, I said, you know, I want to go around and talk to people, and I want to listen to people. Why do you come? Why do you not come? Why have you not been coming? And that's one of the things that we're really trying to do this year. And 39 Steps, I got to tell you, if you missed it, did anybody see 39 Steps? I think some, yeah. It was sold out. We literally sold out the house, which I could not be happier about. I'm asking you, come back and experience the Hippodrome. If you haven't been in a while, give it a shot. We have all sorts of great things. Look at the schedule, and and again, come see the cinema. Come see the main stage. Come just take a walk through, have a cocktail at night, and go to the art gallery. We always have great exhibits going on. But it's fun. One of the most underestimated words in the English language is fun. And I think we forget that. I've done some interviews for jobs and things like that, and people say, well, what do you think is one of the most important things about what you do? And I said, I hope I bring fun to the table. And there's a look of like raised eyebrow and like, this is not how you're supposed to talk at a board interview or something like that. And it's like, well, but think about it. If life is not fun, what's the point of it? If you don't have all of those experiences that you can have, then what's the point? We have enough chaos around us. The Hippodrome, we want to be an oasis for you all. We want to be a place that you come and have fun. And I do think 4 of the most powerful words ever written, truly, are once upon a time. Now, you may think about that and say, well, that was for the kids. That was what I read to my kids. But think about it in your own life. If you say once upon a time, everyone around you is going to sit on the edge of their seat and say, yeah, but what happened next? And I think that says so much about theater. That says so much about coming to an orchestra concert. I have the Gainesville Orchestra, as you know, and even with our orchestra concerts, I always wanted to be something like, well, once upon a time, and then what happened? And what is this great piece of music that I didn't know? And what is this? And there is the joy of live performance. You all sitting in a room together, enjoying, experiencing something with other live people. No, I know you spent $200,000 on your home theater system that is full of subwoofers around the room, and it'll vibrate you when you watch Jaws or something like that. But it's not going to replace that experience of sitting with other people like this afternoon in a room where you can talk to each other, you're friends with each other, you go home and talk about the people you didn't like who were at that thing together. You know, but it's all true. There is that experience that can, and if you come to a performance the next night, if you go to the Hippodrome one night and you come the next night, you see the same show, you see the same experience. You go to see a band concert, see the same band the next night. You know what? It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. You know why it's not going to be the same? Because the audience is different. And that energy that you all bring to us on stage, to those folks on stage, that's what makes all the difference. It's going to be a unique experience no matter what it is if it's live. And I'll tell you something. I know you get home from work, all you want to do is you want to sit back, you want to, open up whatever you're drinking, you want to sit back and just turn on the television, turn on whatever. And to get you out of that house is one of my big goals. And it's my goals wherever I work. I run a couple of other theaters. And it's like, getting out of the house is a very important thing. And I'll tell you something, when you do that, even though it's hard, and you get yourself put together a little bit, you go out, you're going to feel better. You're going to look better. And I will even go one step further and say, if you do that on a regular basis, you're going to live longer. So all of this, I hope, is to encourage you all, first and foremost, because I'm representing the Hippodrome today. But I hope whether it's the Hippodrome or Gainesville Orchestra or Dancer Live or a Crosstown Rep or wherever it is, or your kids' program at Buchholz, doing 6 currently right now, that you will go out and you will experience that because it is what connects us to each other. It is the connectivity. I know we all get lost in our phones and we all get lost scrolling down, etc. But that connectivity of sitting together with other people is one of the best things we can do, I think, to move things forward in our lives and us as a nation. And so I'm encouraging you all, come re-engage with the Hippodrome. We've got a great season with something for everybody. Leave the kids at home. Have a date night out. Or bring the kids, if you want. And then you leave and let them stay there and, I don't know, go down the street to Lillian's. But we hope that you all will experience all the things that we do at the Hippodrome. And again, with all the great live cultural events that happen in this region, which makes it truly, an Eden in many ways. So thank you guys for your time today. I'd love to take any questions you have about what we're doing or what's going on, and I open up for questions, etc. Thank you, guys. Did you want to speak? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Evans. That's exciting.
Well,
Can't
thank
wait
you.
to get back.
Thank you.
I'm a regular at the Hip. Tell us a little bit about the actors in the productions, because some are local stars and some are national artists whom you bring in. How does that all work?
Well, we do auditions for every show. And indeed, Nell, one of our truly leading ladies of the whole region, we do have a lot of local actors who audition for us. We're an equity house. Equity is the official union of professional actors. And we're very lucky that we have a lot of local people who belong to Equity. We also have non-Equity people who perform with us as well, wonderfully talented folks. And then we also have people we bring in. For instance, with the 39 Steps. That's a very tough show. For those of you who saw it, you know, 4 actors, 150 roles. They're constantly changing characterizations, all that. It's a very hard show to put together. We found we had 4 people who had done the national tour on Broadway, and that was it. It was a great way of showing us, the Hippodrome, what we can do, but also, you know, saving time economically. Well, we have auditions every year. For every show, we have auditions. Yesterday, we were actually in the midst of Christmas Carol auditions. Now, the number of kids who were coming in and out yesterday would boggle the mind, but Greg Jones was handling it, and so we really do a whole process where we invite just about everybody to come and audition. They have to prepare a monologue, they have to prepare a song if it's a musical, and then they are seen, and then hopefully they get chosen. And then the rehearsal process is about 2.5 weeks worth of rehearsals for each play. Yeah, absolutely. Yes?
Hello. Thank you. So you mentioned the many programs that come to the Hippodrome. This Friday, I'm actually going to the cinema to see a movie, and I love the fact that your cinema brings many shows that don't play in the big box. They play in local independent theaters, and I want to thank the Hippodrome for doing that, because this is a movie I wanted to see, and it's coming to town. Anybody want to come join me? Friday, 7 p.m., Hippodrome Cinema.
What do you, wait. You can't go there. You got to tell them what you're going to go see.
I was going to leave some mystery to it, because it's a little political, but it's Robert Reich, and he's talking about the last class he taught at Cal Berkeley.
It's actually that, I'll let you know, that movie has been selling out, so you get your tickets now if you want to see it. We're very excited about the fact that we do bring really interesting movies across the board, as well as, I mean, we're also, for Halloween, we're doing Bride of Frankenstein, a cocktails and classic movie, so you want to see that. Yes?
So hey, big hip fan. I have a group, and we go Wednesdays. We eat dinner at Harry's, and we go to that 7:30 show. It's great. You know, you're supporting downtown, you're supporting the theater, and it's the best deal in town. I mean, the tickets are nothing. You know, it's great. So we really love it, and looking forward to Rocky Horror. I encourage everybody to just go to the theater and ride that elevator. You know, it's the oldest elevator in the state. It's, you know, they got the cage that they close and they move the wheel, and it was fun. You know, I made the guy take us up and down a couple times. You know, it's really classic. And last thing I want to ask you is, it says get your hot patootie in gear for the time warp. So what's a hot patootie? Huh?
Well, if you have not been to the Rocky Horror Show, I guess you better come and get ready to get your hot patootie in gear then.
A question from Zoom, and I just rode that elevator last week. It was great. Jenny Van Hart asks us 2 questions, if I can throw them both in there. Will you be showing the New Zealand movie Tina, and will the Rocky Horror Picture Show have an age restriction?
Yes, 2 good questions. The movie, I'll have to ask Nahid, who programs us, about that. It sounds fascinating, and I will ask about that. In terms of the Rocky Horror Show, yes, we are doing 18 and above for anybody coming, or if you want to bring your kids, you can, but you have to show that you are the parent or guardian to bring them. It is a raucous, silly, fun. It's not going to be vulgar, but it's going to be silly and fun. It is sexy. It's Rocky Horror Show. It's been around 50 years, so I mean, what can I tell you? And they look good, really good for 50. But yes, if you are under 18, you cannot just come up and buy a ticket.
Thank you. And the movie, or the show Tina, did you address that too?
I will, yes, I will ask about that.
Okay.
Hello. I think Nell is fantastic, and I just want to know when I'm going to see her on stage again.
We're hoping sooner than later, I promise you that.
I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your Leading Ladies program that you have.
Well, why, Jay, what a good question. I'm going to turn that over to one of our leading ladies. Not that this was planned at all.
So let me just say real quickly 2 things. One is I've been with the Hippodrome for 52 years.
Wow.
And Evans Haile has chosen to build on the foundation of the excellence that started this theater. It's gone through a lot of, peaks and valleys, and one of the things that gives me great pleasure is to see and experience you, Evans, with your standard of excellence and also with fun. It is the first time in a long time that the shows have been sold out, and it's not because of the quality. It's because of a lot of other issues. And so Evans has gone in there and tackled all the things that people are saying is keeping them away. So thank you. Real quickly, the leading ladies and Jay's wife, Allison, if you don't know her, she's lovely. She, what we did is, I don't know how many years ago, I want to say maybe 4 years ago, I was trying to figure out ways to really help the Hippodrome. And we created this philanthropic group of women called the Leading Ladies. And it is amazing the women that came forth. It's basically $1,000 a year, so it's a big investment. However, this investment goes to fostering the Hippodrome in all kinds of ways, with the education program, with all the programs that are there. We're super excited about it, and if you want to know more, I have brought these folders in. If you haven't seen these folders, we at the Hippodrome are very honored to be able to have in our possession the actual, real, true, original blueprints of the Hippodrome. And the folders were designed from the blueprints, the actual blue on it, and then the back you can see, but there is a horse that is embossed in it and as well. There's a little information about Leading Ladies. It is an incredible group of women that are very interesting and eclectic and leaders in our community. You don't have to be a leader, but you can be. And we get together and celebrate the Hippodrome, and they become our ambassadors. And one of the things that we're doing, because it's been so successful, is that we have decided to be producers of Rocky Horror. So that is part of what we're doing. So anyway, I have this information if you're interested. Thank you, Jay.
Evans, come up. I'm just going to hold that. Evans, as a token of our appreciation, and we appreciate you coming and speaking with us today, we're going to make a donation. Take a look at this young fellow right here. To the foundation in your name. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, thanks, John. Well, thanks everybody for coming. Just a quick reminder, next week, the Blunt Center. We're also cooking dinner at the Ronald McDonald House. If there's some sign-up sheets on the table if you want to volunteer, because we want to get out more. It's going to make us look better. But anyway, our quote for the week is, "All the world is stage, Shakespeare." Next week's speaker is Sarah Desmartin from Make-A-Wish, and this week's Reading Safari winner is 330-330. We are adjourned.